So it looks like Sweet Baby Inc. is at it again, and they have a connection to a company called Games4Diversity. And as we dive down these rabbit holes of consultancy groups, you start to realize that almost all of them have some very weird tie to Sweet Baby Inc. And it starts to start the conversation of like, what the hell is going on? Because Sweet Baby Inc. also has a tie to Ubisoft, and almost everything seems to have a tie to Ubisoft that is going wrong in the gaming industry right now. Well, apparently we have a company called Games4Diversity that's just been exposed for pushing culturally divisive content in video games to children and has a connection to Sweet Baby Inc. as well.
Every freaking time!
Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, you're probably wondering to yourself, what kind of games do these people push or work on? And what exactly are they pushing to children? Well, apparently there's a drag video game, and I don't really know what the hell this is, to be honest with you. It looks terrible, but what else is new? There's a drag video game that they have created or consulted on and decided to push towards all ages because, let's be real, this is a growing problem that's currently affecting everyone right now. So let's get into this article from That Park Place. But, of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says it's no secret that the gaming industry has become inundated with companies that solely exist to push DEI and woke values to a new generation of gamers. We've seen this over and over again from Sweet Baby Inc. to Black Girl Gamers and beyond. Now, YouTubers Master of the TDS and Writing Raven have exposed one such company, a Dutch firm called Games4Diversity, for pushing a culturally divisive game featuring a magical drag display to children. Now, again, this thumbnail is amazing, so shout out to Master of the TDS. That's hilarious. A drag game, listen, all these games are allowed to exist. I want to be very clear. You're allowed to make whatever fucking game you want to make. But the problem is that when you start pushing certain messages to children, this is why we have an ESRB rating, or at least that's why we're supposed to have an ESRB rating. If you are pushing these games and doing everything you can to force this ideology to younger and younger and younger crowds, it starts to become a problem. And this is why people have started to be a little bit against, you know, in the nice words, against the LGBTQ community, because unfortunately, there is a lot of people in the LGBTQ community that are not down for this stuff, but they're either not speaking out loud enough or nobody can hear them. That's really what it is. And unfortunately, now it's gotten to a point where you've just pushed too far. Once you start going after people's kids, that's when you've gone too far, right? It's one thing to ask for gay marriage and whatnot and equal rights. It's another thing to start wanting to dance in front of children and strip in front of children and do all this nonsense in front of kids. That's where it becomes a major fucking issue for a lot of people. And that's when you've pushed too far. That's when people are like, you know what? No, we're done. This is ridiculous. What the hell are you doing? Why is nobody why is everybody pretending like this is normal? This is not normal. It's not normal for a drag queen to want to do a suggestive dance in front of a kid and have those kids throw dollars at them. There's nothing normal about that at all. And I don't give a shit what anybody says. So Games4Diversity describes itself on its official website as a company that seeks to improve the representation of socio-cultural minorities in games by organizing events. It then goes on to explain how this is done. By organizing events nationally and internationally, we facilitate a dialogue between game developers and players to stimulate them to create more diverse games and characters. Additionally, we boost the visibility of minority game developers themselves because we strive for a diverse and colorful games industry. Yeah, it's all colorful. All of this talk is colorful to hide the nonsense that they really want to do. It's all made it to seem like it's so innocent, it's so beautiful. Oh, it's so diverse. And yeah, shut the Nick. Nobody believes you. And people, like, once you start doing what you're doing, nobody believes you. When you start dancing in front of kids in drag outfits, yeah, nobody believes you, man. People are calling you out for the crap that you do every single day. So, all right, we have the backstory with them. Now I want to see where this game actually comes into play. So in a recent video, Gothic Therapy on YouTube channel, Master of TDS and Writing Reverence showed clips that Games4Diversity released from a jam in which a developer helped a drag performer who goes by Amanda Sparks create a side-scroller mobile cartoon adventure called Amanda Sparks and the Shade Forest. The game is described in its write-up on Kotaku, and of course, yeah, I'm glad they put this in here. Of course, Kotaku would be one of the people to make a write-up for this game. Of course, they're probably so excited about it. As a fabulous, free, and fun 90s-inspired inspired platformer game for Android, iOS, and PC. The players take on the role of drag enthusiast Amanda Sparks to survive the Shade Force and rescue her friends from the evil hands of the hypocritic gang. Now, that's so hilarious to me that this game is actually free because it's not about the money, right? It's not about the money for these people. It's about pushing the message, and that's even more apparent when the game is free. I highly doubt the game has a multitude of microtransactions to make itself money. I just thoroughly don't. I don't see how that could even be possible. If that's the case, that's even funnier. But still, most likely this game is just free, so they can try to put it out to as many people as possible because it's an agenda game. It's a message game. That's its purpose. Despite being advertised for Android and iOS, the game doesn't appear to be currently available for either platform. It can, however, still be downloaded for free on PC. That's interesting. So maybe they took it down. With the power of her kisses, the fierce Amanda must defeat, save Go-Go Boys, drag and collect money to become even stronger. The official write-up says, all while keeping her hair and makeup intact. If she's ever going to fight her enemies, might as well look nice while doing it. This sounds stupid. This looks stupid. And this belongs exactly where it's probably at, in the garbage bin. I don't know who the fuck makes something like this. But anyway, so now we've seen the game. Now we have the backstory. Where is the connection to Sweet Baby Inc.? Bassett and TDS then points out that the official press page for Games4Diversity, there's a write-up in which the company chairman, Menno Dean, is highlighted and praised as a game changer by GameIndustry.biz. This is the company that at one point employed Sweet Baby Inc. co-founder and CEO Kim Belair. It also is run by the Powell Group, a company that recently entered into a partnership with Sweet Baby Inc. that deleted all mention of the narrative consultancy firm from their website and LinkedIn when called out on it. In other words, the world of DEI companies is a lot smaller than we might think, and there always seems to be some connection to Sweet Baby Inc. and Kim Belair whenever this happens. So, okay. So it's very clear that this is a very small world. The DEI consultancy firms it's a very small world. They all grift off each other. It had to have come into fruition at some point, most likely around 2020 during the whole George Floyd stuff, that once that hit, people realized that they can in fact make a lot of money off of convincing people that they're doing something good for their studio. And that's what they did. They convinced people that, hey, you don't want to be called racist. You don't want to be tied to George Floyd hate. You don't want to be tied to any of this. We will save you from this. We will make things better, but you need to hire us and give us tons of money in order to do it. And if you don't do it, we're going to terrify your marketing groups and we're going to tell them exactly why you are not hiring us. So you have no choice but to hire us. That is literally what they do. They've openly admitted to that in public on video, which is amazing because all the shills out there, they try to pretend like that's not what they do. It's amazing that you can say that when they've openly admitted that that's exactly what they do. So this is an amazing story to me, and it's just another company for us to talk about and make fun of, because at the end of the day, Games4Diversity, do they really do anything important? No, but to them, they're doing the most important work in the world, which is trying to indoctrinate your children into the LGBTQ mafia. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it if you could like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.